Pa da nastavimo gdje smo stali. Što je završimo za goblina. Dick.
I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
To je gotovo, idemo dalje. Ovo može.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio.
currently run by Sirona Ryan and allegedly as old as Hogsmeade itself. The Three Broomsticks in the long-standing gathering spot for villagers and Hogwarts fans who want to enjoy a butterbeer or fire whiskey. Okay. Sirona Mitral.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor
That's nice
dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
Accio!
Can't imagine how mothers get by without
Ehkä ne vois vastaakaan.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
No, nie mogę ją idę preskaczem. Wybrałem.
What was that?
Confringo!
You're the little sod that saved me.
Accio! Incendio!
Levioso!
Confringo! One less poacher in the wizarding world. Who lived here, I wonder? Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
I'll check you.
It's the student who released Treadwell.
You just got lucky.
Think you
We're like next
Incendio!
door.
Confringo!
do that? Marvelous!
Revelio.
Hogwarts is very lucky.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Crucio. Glacius. Bombarda. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
İşte yine buradan.
But I still need to visit the cave to find Zerona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Bombarda. Glacius. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Bombarda. Crucio. Repulsor. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Glacius. Imperio. Bombarda. Crucio. Bombarda. Bombarda. Glacius. Repulsor. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
Zniszczyciel drogi.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Crucio. Imperio. Glacius. Bombarda. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Should think they felt that in London. Glacius! Confringo!
Kako da skočim do tamo?
Revelio.
Što kaže, dear Serona, when I arrived here I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confessed I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending a note to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly legilimens, but I wondered that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Free Broomsticks, when you spotted me handled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the non-magical sense. I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they are. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year of which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that desperate creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Miss Prottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I'm unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Okay, ništa bitno. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Miss Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Miss Prottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most grateful, yours, Philomena.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Čekaj bre, ovo nisam pokupio. Dear son Ron, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite cream crowdie. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure when she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finky Bess.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dear Miss Prottle, mother and father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Hogwarts last Saturday. Truth to be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed. as in the rather delicate practice of properly situating a head pin without wounding either my head or my head, but I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelous fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Free Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
To je kraj. Dobro. A Free Broomsticks u principu kafana. Čekaj, ja nisam izašao na istoj... Da, nisam izašao na isto mjesto odakle sam došao. Okej. Ništa, idemo okolo, naokolo. Ne mogu da uđem. A što se uopšte cima? Da li uopšte treba se vratim u Hogsmeade? Trebao bi da da. Da, definitivno se vratim, samo nisam vidio. Nije lepo markovano.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I had the courage to go into the forest.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand, and not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Inače level up. Pa sam pričao. sve gore beš. Da.
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Deverell in a while, has there?
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Accio!
Još jedan.
Pardon me? Might I ask
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Have a moment.
Incorrect pot size.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
You fret, Biscuit. I shall sort something.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Zašto mi je ovo poznato?
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Imam.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
A moment.
Check. Ajmo ovako. Ne, danas je igrica rešila da me šeta tamo vamo.
Deke would like to speak with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Baš tamo idem.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Find myself.
It's always nice to see a familiar face. Let's look at what we have, shall we? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Ne znam zapravo šta ću. Ovaj quest. Kad već nemam cash.
It's not like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick. I wonder what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it's... At least until we've done what we came to do.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I wonder...
Expelliarmus!
At least 10 usually.
Again. Repair.
She's fantastic.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably exactly...
How lucky for us. What's your step?
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a graphorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Wait, what was that? Well, there's no telling. Watch out! It's her. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She is
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Hoću joj objasniti o čemu se radi.
How could I have been so blind?
Neko mesto. Aj baš tu.
off on another adventure.
Baš me zanima. Taj je ovo pešao koji si imao ovdje. Pa i ne baš.
Let's get this over with, shall we? I have things to do.
Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Accio. Wingardium Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Tak.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. That wasn't so difficult.
Ne, zašto sam to bacio, to mi treba. Kako me nervira taj shortcut, znači retardiranje skroz.
These rocks have seen better days. Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Depulso! Depulso! Protego! cave must be somewhere in this maze. I wonder what else is in there. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Arresto Momentum! Glacius! Bombarda! Protego! Stupefy!
Što mi ne začeka, nemam.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Pardon me? Might I ask a favor?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available?
Taman.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Sad. Tako, da ne mogu da kastonka ne treba.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Sold some baby nipples the other day. Fetched a small fortune.
When the clouds are dark is always the best time to strike. It's as if nature herself lends a veil beneath which to orchestrate one's treachery.
Bombarda! Protego! Stupid! Glacius! Imperial! Bombarda! Glacius! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
You're the one who freed our hippogriff.
Expelliarmus!
Loud as a troll you are!
Confringo!
This is your...
It's no... Expelliarmus!
This is...
Bombarda! Glacius! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Revelio. This place has seen better days. Potato! Stupid one! Protego! Incendio! Revelio! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Revelio! Protego! Stupefy! Bombarda! Revelio! If only Professor Fig could have seen that. This could be the Acromantula cave Mr. Adley mentioned. So this is the infamous absconder. Bombarda! Glacius! Bombarda! Repulso! Arresto Momentum! Descendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Krivka nisam htio heal uzeti. I ja sam se zebao. Nope. Šta se ti desi? Ovo me bagovam. Šta? Ček, nije valjda mi nije prihvatio. Da, ovdje si.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Dobro, sad ću vidim.
So this is the infamous absconder.
Aha, dobro, okej.
Arresto momentum. Repulso. Descendo. Protego. Stupid. Imperio. I need to find the heirloom for my little daughter. Glacius, Bombarda. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. I need to bring this heirloom back to Mr. Adley.
Dobre. Kaže, mora bude level 30. I sad bi trebalo ovaj quest da pređem. Da, sam mi treba...
Wonder who lives here.
Ovaj quest vučemo od početka igrice.
I take it you decided against entering the absconder's cave then?
Mr. Adley, I retrieved the heirloom pocket watch from Milo's body.
Merlin's beard! How did you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that acromantula ever again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm glad Milo's daughter will have something to remember him by.
I am too. As far-fetched as his schemes were, Milo was a good friend, and I shall miss him. Please, accept this reward for your trouble.
What do you have for sale?
Milo can rest in peace now that his wishes have been fulfilled and his daughter has something to remember him by.
Oyma hier.
Never mind replenishing my stocks. Pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your business.
Mr. Radley, do you have a moment?
For you? Always. You're a hero around here.
Any interesting chatter going around the town?
The absconder's finally gone, so that's a relief. But enough of spiders, eh? Everything is peaceful now, or as peaceful as one could expect given the current state of the world.
Did you know Mary Portman, the spider breeder?
Not personally, although everyone here speaks very fondly of her. Her friends say that she had a soft spot for the arachnids, but no one expected anything like this. You know what they say about good intentions, though. Thanks to her little hobby, quite a few lives were lost.
Well, I'd like to know more about you, Mr. Radley.
Not much to tell. I'm a merchant, but I also make it my personal business to provide every customer with what they need.
What do you have for sale?
Anything I can help you find. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you.
Revelio. It's like a place right out of a storybook. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Aloha Mora. Mine now, demi-guys. Revelio. What do we have here? A demi-guise. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Seems pleasant.
Confringo!
Harlow came by here. Bickle. Very concerning.
Aloha Mora.
Belpas.
Revelio. Wonder who lives here. Mine now, demi guys.
Nice. Taman. Taman koliko mi treba.
You are here. Good.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
Where are you, Archie?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
He must be around here somewhere. When did you last see him?
Archie was home with his father while I was out. His satchel's missing. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Harlow?
He's Victor Rookwood's second in command. A miserable, awful creature. Vicious and murderous.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what he's been up to. I begged him to leave it alone, but he was convinced that...
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home.
I'm sad.
When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
Sen yapma to da trešim kad imam.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need. We will need something
Revelio.
more. This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
Revelio.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Glacis! Bombarda!
I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again.
Revelio.
Archie went this way.
Šta me vrtiš?
I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine.
Što mi je poznat?
Revelio.
A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again. Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
Handy resource indeed.
Thestrals. They are beautiful.
Da, I oni mi trebaju.
You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. Still do. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
Revelio. You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving.
Ajde. Šta si stala, jebote, jel frka da se nađe kidnapovanje? Idemo da možemo ovaj quest ujedno da pređemo. Thunderbird Potion i Invisibility Potion.
Taking in children now, are we? Better not be expected to.
It is as I feared. They have
Protego! Incendio! Arresto the back from
Knew you were still hanging about.
Levioso!
You're easy.
Venite!
Petrificus Totem!
Bombarda! Expulso! Places! Foxy, now you're just getting on my nerves.
You're no match for me.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
No!
Accio! Incendio!
Expulso!
You will not survive this fight!
Defendo! They got to...
Te imao sam prošao ovaj quest, će pa se zajeba. Može, sviđa mi se.
I did not expect this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little.
I don't think he saw it happen, do you?
Confringo!
Dobrze, tu vas proći.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
I'll watch the light go out of
Accio!
your eyes.
Incendio! Capolso! Descendo!
Reducto!
Čovječe, sve sam promašio s prvom.
Protego!
Novice.
Perhaps it's...
Capolso! Arresto momentum! Expelliarmus! Imperium! Glacis! Bombarda!
You're going to regret that.
Confringo!
Back for more.
Knew you were still hanging
Accio!
about.
Incendio!
Made a grave mistake.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Incendio! Accio!
You're easier to spot than an eruption.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Imperio!
Petrificus Totem!
Glacis!
Petrificus Totem!
Nie prosto sprawa.
Glacis!
Can someone help me? Is anybody there? Please, I need your help.
Archie. Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Sekretarzyjała Hamoru,
I'm so
level
glad to
2
see you.
level 3.
Not
Lubię
too
fazę.
loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open.
Alohomora!
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
Archie, you're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother! Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe, Mr. Filbert, and I think they also said Otto's name.
Oh, I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
We don't want to worry you. I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other.
Yes! Hogsmeade, here I come.
Nisam siguran treba ovdje da idem.
What'll I do without her?
Mislio sam to uz... Da.
Oh, it's you! What a pleasant surprise. Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You have a good head for business, haven't you? No one can say I don't keep it stacked.
Revelio.
This card belongs to Timothy Tisdale, who runs the Magic Nip. He enjoys being in the thick of things and engaging with customers outside the shop. Zato nisam pokupio jebot. Uf. Ja, čekaj, stani. Šta je ovo? Ja se znam for. Opere. 500 gold. To mi treba.
I was wondering when I'd see you again. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. A pleasure doing business. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Ама се jebаш da mi treba... Šta mene uopšte treba? Fuck svijet. Što kaže, I found one of Ranrock's trails in a mine along the shore. I tend to destroy it. I'm tired of trying to reason with him. You're welcome to join me, but if I don't see you there, I will reach out when I return. I have something to give you. Očkog. When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. Dick mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts. Professor Weasley. My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there. I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her. You know what, I also want to make sure she is not burdened by one of those cowards. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade, puppy. To sve koje stoji koje sam prešao. I da, gear imam ovdje. Just...
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
Nemam, prodao sam sve. Završimo ovo. Mislim da je to ovdje.
Clever? How offensive.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
I cannot thank you enough. If you could just find a few more, I'd be so very grateful.
Where should I look for more demiguise statues and moons?
All of my usual haunts, which incidentally have now become quite haunting. Here in the castle, in Hogsmeade, and believe it or not, in some of the surrounding hamlets. Oh, my tormentor is nothing if not thorough. Kept me from all my usual engagements for an eternity now.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
You are to be commended for your bravery and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Čekaj, kako 6? Koje sranje.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
So frustrating.